OffBeat Sports Podcast presented by Celsius.
It's been a tale of two seasons for the Boston Celtics.
I probably aged about 10 years just from that series.
I'd probably compare myself to just a younger, smarter, more handsome, stronger Michael Jordan.
Let's go Celtics. Go Patriots.
These are guys who, when you give them a bowl of Cheerios in the morning, they finish every last drop of milk.
Absolute clown over here.
I'm ready when you are, baby.
All right, everybody. Welcome back to the OffBeat Sports Podcast presented by for our, what is it, Harry? What's the name of this?
The HotBeat takes.
All right, we're doing some hot takes today for the NBA Part 2, as we promised. And Aiden had to leave us, but we are back with Harry and David for a nice little episode. So we'll start with some of the promised ones that we promised from the last episode, some that we wanted to talk about a little bit more. And then we got a couple to finish it off. And our last one is a scorching hot take. So we'll get into that. All right, to start, I have my Lakers will trade 2 out of the 3 LeBron, AD, and Westbrook by the trade deadline. And I think that I don't think that's as hot as a take as David. I can see your face, David, and I see that reaction. I don't think that's as hot as take as people think, but I think it's gonna. This is a hot take that I legitimately believe will definitely happen. I have some hot takes that I'm like toss-ups. Yeah.
Where are they gonna go?
I don't know. I just think
because if they're trying to do the whole Miles Turner, the Buddy Hield Miles Turner thing's not going to happen. Like that trade is just like
I don't think that's so. That's not the one I'm talking. I think they're going to try and rake in as many picks as they can, and they're going to ship them all. They're going to ship them all out.
Here's my thing.
They could have the rookie right now, the number 1 projected draft player, but they sold their pick.
That's why they need to rake in picks.
Well, let's talk about it. LeBron is not getting traded anywhere unless he wants to.
And do you think if the Lakers suck,
can't just trade LeBron without asking him, because the whole NBA is going to shut down your team because it's LeBron, and LeBron wants AD, and even though they say they want Westbrook, you're not getting much back for Westbrook. You're getting.
I don't think they're going to get traded together.
So you're saying separately?
Separate trades.
But still, though, like they're not going to get rid of AD and keep. They're not getting rid of AD or LeBron without getting rid of the other, because you need both of them.
But
I know that's going to work if you have the right pieces.
They're not winning right now. LeBron is not going to want to be there. AD is not going to want to be there if they're not winning, and they're not going to win. They need picks for the future because they're just pretty much like old as shit. They got nothing. They need to build for the future. They need to rebuild quick, and the fastest way to do that is to just rake in picks and trade these pieces that have some kind of value. And because they're not a contender. They're not even a playoff threat. I think I wouldn't be surprised to see LeBron. I wouldn't be surprised to see all 3 of them get traded, but I know at least 2 of them will be traded.
Here's my thing. So
I think LeBron is one of them.
LeBron's got a new contract.
Mm-hmm.
The first season of his new contract isn't this season. It's next season. Right? So he's going to have to play all of next year. And then the year after, he has a player option.
Mm-hmm. So
he can choose if he wants to be a free agent or not. And that's like around the time that people are speculating Bronny's coming to the league. Because he wants Bronny to go to college first. And I think Bronny wants to go. Did he commit? He didn't commit yet, right?
No. Nope.
I don't think so. But Bronny looks really good, and he's very well like scouted right now. Like he's not just like LeBron's kid anymore. Like he's good. But if he gets a player option the same year Bronny's getting drafted, the Lakers don't have an option. So I don't think they're going to trade him, because I don't think you can trade LeBron.
I think you could.
I don't know what you're going to – like, you can't go to LeBron and be like, hey, we're trading you, because he's going to want to know exactly what it is.
I think they're going to put LeBron on the market. Then they're going to – whatever options they have, they're going to say, LeBron, pick one. See ya.
Yeah, but they're like, that's not a good option for them. Like, they're going to –
You can't tell me that there's you can't tell me that there's not going to be teams that would give up a shit ton for LeBron.
No, I know, but what I'm saying is like they're giving up a ton to get LeBron, but if LeBron's going there, he doesn't want them giving up that much because he wants it at his disposal.
Mm-hmm.
So like if there's 5 first-round picks and a really good player for LeBron, LeBron's like, well, I'm losing this player and I'm losing 5 first-round picks. Like he's not going to want that because he's going to want the structure still.
Even then, you could trade AD and Westbrook. AD has no leverage.
That's true.
Like you can get rid of them, try and get some picks or a couple players to put with LeBron to try and salvage something. But I think that'll happen. Harry, you've been quiet. What are your thoughts on this?
I just don't think it's realistic that LeBron gets traded. I don't find it remotely realistic.
Take LeBron out of the picture. Do you think they could trade 2 out of those 3 by the trade deadline?
I don't think anybody wants Westbrook.
But you could
flip him for something. They can trade him and get a buyout. Someone will buy him out and they'll give him stuff back. Like that's how the NBA is with people like that. Like did Isaiah Thomas get bought out?
No, you're thinking of like Kemba did,
Wall
did.
I think
Kemba
D Rose did too. I think D Rose did when he got traded to the Jazz, but then he ended up signing somewhere anyway, so it didn't matter. Anyway.
All right. Anyway, I think that's realistic.
I don't think it's realistic. Only because
how hot of a take is that?
It's definitely up there. I'd say it's a 4.
For me personally, it's a 5 because I'm like that's just not going to happen.
I don't see.
For me personally.
Here's the thing. The reason why I say it's a 4, it kind of is like a flashback to our last episode. I don't see it happening, but I wouldn't be surprised.
Cross, before we move on, I want to end on this, and I want to see if you guys give a yay or nay to this. I feel like trading to get picks in return for the Lakers, it's just a double-edged sword because you're basically trading and trying to get picks back, and then if you're trading AD and Westbrook away and getting picks, that means you have a really good shot in now trying to get Bronny. And if you get Bronny, you're not losing LeBron.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's if you get the picks back and you have the chance to get Bronny, then you can get LeBron back. So maybe if they can trade LeBron and get a million picks and then they get Bronny, he'll come back. If that's what you're thinking. That could be crazy. I think
what they could do is they could, with AD and Westbrook, they could load up on picks for the Bronny draft whenever they expect that to be. And just to kind of try and secure LeBron and then try and tackle some legitimate free agents to make them competitive again. But let's move on. Don't want to stick on that one too long. My next one is LeBron will not be an all-star this season. We'll keep it the Lakers theme. I just think he'll probably put up pretty good numbers, but I just feel like there's better candidates on a team like that. It's hard to award an all-star when they're not winning. He could get it just because of the popular vote, but I think it's a very good possibility that he might not be an all-star, especially if he starts sitting out games because they're losing and etc.
Harry, what do you think?
That's a 5.
Yeah.
There's no world that LeBron is not an all-star when he's playing in the NBA.
I don't know. I just feel like they're not going to be good this year. They're not going to be good this year. LeBron may kind of lax, especially if they start sucking. They may kind of start giving up a bunch of rest days. He may not play as much. He may get injured. I just feel like there's so many factors that could turn into, all right, this may be a year LeBron.
Can you tell me when the last time LeBron missed an all-star game was?
I don't think he's ever missed an all-star game.
His rookie year?
Yeah.
His rookie year, he was an all-star.
No, he wasn't.
Yeah, he was.
No, he was not. I assure you he was not.
Well, either way, I just feel like, I don't know. I feel like that it's kind of the perfect storm for him.
That was the only year he hasn't been an all-star was his rookie year, Harry. I'm looking at it right now.
But I don't know. I just feel that may be a really hot take, but that's just where I'm at. And let's just go to my last one. Just because I know the last hot take we have is going to be a big conversation. And this one's probably going to be a solid conversation. Nuggets will be the top seed in the West. Jokic is just so good. They have Michael Porter Jr. back. They have Jamal Murray back. I think it's going to be one of those teams that although they may not make a deep playoff run, they probably won't make the Western Conference Finals. I think they're going to have a really good regular season. They're going to be a really good regular season team that just like can dominate and win a bunch of games and take that top seed. I just think they're one of those teams like the Heat were last year. Trying to think of some other examples, but like there's been examples of like the Celtics when they had Isaiah Thomas, they slipped into the 1 seed even though they definitely weren't the best team in the East that year. Like there's just so many examples of that, and I think the Nuggets have a perfect regular season team, and I think that gives them a huge boost.
I feel like the comparisons to the other teams aren't necessarily fair. Like this is a solid team.
No, not like I'm not.
No,
saying
I know
like
what you mean.
Any team, like I'm just saying, like those teams, they're not the best.
They're not
the
slipping
best in the
into the 1
conference.
seed. Yeah, I don't think they're slipping into the 1 seed because like I'm looking at this roster, like a lot of things that people forget in free agency is the fact that you get to pick up better players. Like they get Bruce Brown, they get KCP, and they get DeAndre Jordan. I think Davon Reed came over. Like they got Ish Smith. They drafted Christian Braun, but you also have to keep in mind the young players that are developing. Because Bones Highland looks good. Looks good.
I'm a huge
Aaron
fan of him.
Gordon has gotten a lot better too. Like that's the biggest thing people miss. Like, and Jamal and Michael Porter are healthy again. Like, those are things people forget. I think this.
No, I think they're going to be a really good regular season.
Number one.
I just think they're going to be a really good regular season team. But then I think they're going to they're not a huge playoff team. I just don't.
I think Bruce Brown's playing really good too.
Bruce Brown's a solid guy. He's a solid player. He's very good.
They're playing with some pretty damn good scorers with a lot of really good bench players and just overall depth to their roster. I just don't see them. I don't see them taking first. I don't. And I mean, their weaknesses are apparent. I mean, we saw as the Lakers have their win against the Denver Nuggets, we saw how even a team as badly organized as the Lakers can pick them apart based on their weaknesses. And I mean,
well, you'll lose games. I mean, we lost.
You
to the
do.
Bulls.
Yeah. You simply lose games. I understand that, but I think their weaknesses are a lot more glaring than teams like Golden State, teams like the Suns. I definitely see them as a high seed, like top 4, hands down, but I don't see one. I
don't think them losing to the Lakers means much because, like, I know, like, it's not Westbrook himself, like, but Westbrook had a good game.
Yeah, he went 50%.
The team was having a lot of fun.
And the Lakers were so due.
That it's hard. That's
the Lakers are so due for a win.
Exactly.
Yeah,
like those are the games that are hard to win. Like sometimes like the team just has a little too much energy in their home building and you can't keep up. Like they didn't play that bad. Like they kept up. They just didn't.
They definitely kept it close.
Yeah. So
I still, without that being mentioned, like I still just don't think like they have a good roster. I think they make a playoff run, but not as the 1 seed.
Yeah. So hang with us. I know it's kind of been a little bit low key so far through this episode, but the last one,
you'll be there.
We're gonna have a nice strong debate. So hang with us.
Cross is ready for me to blow up.
I'll go ahead and go next.
We got Dave. No, we got David's take, and then we have your final take, Harry.
Okay.
All right, David.
My take is that Damian Lillard is going to be an MVP finalist this year. Not a candidate, a finalist. That means top 3. Like it gets announced and whatever the thing is on NBA on TNT, he's going to be one of them. I think this is his year to get up there.
I think it's a possibility just because he carries that team, but I'm gonna disagree with you just because I feel like there's so many strong MVP candidates this year that are above him. Giannis, Luka. I mean, Jokic is probably gonna be back in that conversation, and Embiid will probably be in that conversation. And Tatum's making an argument. I just feel like there's so
Donovan Mitchell.
Yeah, Donovan Mitchell. I feel like there's so many that Dame may.
If the Cavs are good, he'll have an argument still.
Yeah, I feel like Dame might slip out of that conversation. So I'm going to disagree with you pretty strongly on that. I think my top 3 is probably. I think Giannis is going to win it. I think Luka will come in second, and I'm going to say Tatum probably comes in third. I would probably say Dame's probably top 5 for me, but definitely top 10. I just think it's I think it's kind of a hard ask for him to keep that up all year.
I just think the only reason why he'd be considered a finalist is because his points. He doesn't really have much else. Like, he's a very, very good scorer. Very good scorer. Very good ball handler.
Yeah, I don't have his stats in front of me, but
that's about it.
I'm looking at him right now, and I'm also taking into account that I know it doesn't show up in a single game, but this is the last guy on the planet you want with the ball in his hands at the end of the game.
100%.
I don't want Damian Lillard looking at the ball at the end of the game. I don't want him shooting a three. I don't want him going to the rim, and I definitely don't want him at the free throw line.
I'd say
he's like 93%.
I just don't know if he has the supporting stats to really define himself.
I think
he would have to average 35 points per game for him to be considered.
I think if their team is top 4, I think it's pretty clear that he should be a finalist because he's clearly going to be the best one, and he has. I don't want to say the Curry effect because it's really never the same for anybody but Curry, but he has like kind of effect that like he draws so much attention that it like kind of opens up things for other players. And not in the way that like a LeBron, a Giannis, or a Luka would, that they're such a big physical presence, but the fact that if this guy gets hot, we're screwed. Like you're not stopping him because he's pulling up from way back here or he's going right to you at the rim. And if you're putting him on the line, that's free money for him.
I don't know. I struggle with that one. I just think this like Giannis is probably going to be putting up to close to triple double numbers with 30 points, like with close to 30 points per game. And then you got like Tatum, who's putting up like probably, I bet with Tatum will probably put up close to similar scoring numbers with higher other stats. And then Luka, I feel like he's going to put up like definitely higher stats, and Jokic will put up higher stats. I just think you gotta, taking into consideration who he's going up against. I struggle with it. I could see it if they do end up like being a top 4 seed, but I gotta disagree with you. I would say that's probably on I would say that's lower on a Heat scale though. I would probably say that's around 2 or 3 for me.
I'm high on Dame coming off the injured year because people are forgetting how good he is because he's nasty.
Yeah. All right. Now, here we go. The big hot take that this is going to be a fun debate.
People were probably wondering why I was so quiet this whole episode.
You're going first to this. I'll go at the end.
I think I want to hear your immediate raw reaction.
No, because I'll talk for an hour.
No, because
I will. You know I will.
All right, Harry. Drum roll, please.
So, ladies and gentlemen, the reason why I've been so quiet for the remainder or for the ongoing of this episode is because I've been trying to save the little energy I have left.
Get him. Make it bold. Get him. I feel like that guy from the Ike's lunch thing. Get him.
Get him.
Allen Iverson is the most overrated player in NBA history.
Wait, hold on. That was a bold statement. Say it like you mean it.
Allen Iverson, the Sixers legend, is the most overrated NBA player to walk on the court.
Boom. Get him.
David
is so ashamed to be a part of this podcast right now.
Now, let me explain in a very simple manner.
I'm listening. I'm listening. I don't want to, but I am.
All right, let's hear it. Yeah.
Very simple manner. Very, very simple manner. Allen Iverson was very good.
I need to cool down from that take with my nice ice cold Celsius.
Give me some water.
Allen Iverson is hands down a phenomenal basketball player. But there is no way that he stands a T to some of the greatest to ever do it. And the fact that he's consistently in that conversation for players who changed the game, changed the pace, changed the way the world looked at basketball, he's just not near the level of the players he played with at the time he played, before he played, and who play now. He's not. Does
I
he
love
have
this.
2 MVPs? Does he have 2 MVPs? Yes. Does he
Doesn't
have
got one
3?
MVP? He has
He's
one
got,
MVP.
He's got 2.
No, he has one
He's
MVP.
only got one.
And that was even a questionable one.
All right, chill.
I'm pretty sure I'm
All
right
right.
on this one. I'm pretty
Chill
sure
with
I'm right.
that.
He got an MVP.
Okay.
He got an
Looking
MVP
at
in
it right now.
2005. He got an
He has
MVP in
2 All-Star
2005.
MVPs.
Okay.
They're All-Star MVPs. They're not
That's
real
what it
ones.
was.
He
That's
got
what it
one
was.
real one.
That's what it
You're
was.
good.
All right. Here's my response to that. I don't necessarily disagree, and I know exactly the argument David's going to bring up. He's going to bring up the impact he had on the NBA, the culture. He's going to bring up all that crap. Purely basketball, I agree with Harry.
Off the
Purely-
court, I understand it.
Hold on. Purely basketball, I actually will agree with Harry on this. Not the most overrated, but I would say he is one of, because dude, he wasn't able to. He wasn't
5'10" in
Who
the
cares?
NBA playing against Shaq. That's me. I am 5'10", 180 pounds. Allen Iverson is listed at 6 foot 165. Go look at him. He's not 6 feet tall, and I know he's not 165. That's the equivalent of a smaller version of me playing in the NBA against Shaq. This guy has just as good of a handle as anybody in NBA history. He's one of the best scorers to ever touch the ball. Extremely underrated defender. He's a 3-time steals leader.
I'm
He's
sorry.
averaged
He's
almost
not-
3 steals.
Whoa.
He is not one of the best scorers.
Whoa.
He's
Not even close
How
to
is he
one of the
not?
best
How is he
scorers.
not? How is he not?
You do not
He-
average.
No,
you
right.
do not
listen,
average.
Listen to me. Hear me out. Kevin Durant is an insanely good scorer because he's 7 feet tall. Allen Iverson is just as good of a scorer, but he's 6 feet tall.
Whoa! No.
Go look at their numbers.
No.
Go look at their
No.
numbers. I don't care.
No. Look,
Yes,
just
go look
as
at their
good as a
numbers. I'd
scorer.
love for you to go look at them.
No,
Dude,
no.
Just because
do
he's
not average.
just because Kevin Durant's 7 feet tall and can score this many points, and Allen Iverson's 6 feet tall and can score that many points, does not make one a better scorer than the other.
all right.
Like,
I think Allen Iverson did not do enough in his career to cement himself. Wait, he's technically a shooting guard, right?
yes,
All right. I don't think
but
he
the
did
shooting
enough.
guard position is like
I would say
insane.
I would say he's top 5 shooting guards, and I would say he's probably 4 or 5. I don't think he's 1 or 2 on top.
I have him 5 in mine.
Okay, but
personally.
I feel like a lot of people consider him higher, and I just think, first of all, I don't even think he should be a shooting guard. I mean, I think he.
I mean,
definitely
realistically, he shouldn't.
is. But I don't.
Well,
I
if
wouldn't
he's a point
I-
guard, let's rank him. Put him wherever you want. I don't care.
All right.
Point guard?
Like,
Here's
Put
here's
rank
my
him where
thing.
you want.
I
point
don't think
guards.
he's better
I
than
don't care.
Dwayne. Hold on, shooting guard. I don't think he's better than Wade. I don't think he's better than Harden.
Okay, that's
trying to-
fine. The Harden. All right, so
He's not better than Kobe. He's not
I
better
have
than Michael
Harden
Jordan.
above AI, but I know people that argue the other way around, and I kind of see it. But even though I disagree with it, respectfully, Kobe and Jordan, like, I don't know why we have to debate, because we know that they're better than Allen Iverson. Like, that doesn't have to be a debate.
Yeah, Kobe, Jordan, Dwayne Wade, and James Harden.
And
Better
then
than
it's Allen Iverson.
I
And
don't
if you
know.
try to argue anybody else over Allen Iverson, like, it's a problem. I'm sorry.
I don't know. Jerry West is a classic. I know.
No, I don't care.
Just because
Like-
Allen Iverson changed the game, you can't. I don't know.
Dude, Allen Iverson is better at basketball than Jerry West. Look at how they play the look
Okay.
at their stats. Look at basketball. He
Okay.
plays basketball better.
Oh my god. Yeah, because
Oh my
it's a different. It was an older game, just purely based on like perform. I don't know. I just think.
All right, so
I'm
the thing is
definitely kind of in the middle on this because I don't think he's like crazy overrated, but I think he's slightly. I don't think he's
I
as
just
good
don't
as
think
everyone.
I don't think you understand like the comparison that I made. Like, you have played basketball with me, correct?
Yes, I got
You
that.
know,
I
like,
know
how,
your size.
you know how I'm built. Like, if I walk into it, even like a Division 1 basketball tryout at my school, like, I'm gonna struggle because of how long and like lengthy and tall they are. That's not NBA size at all. NBA, and he's playing Shaq in the finals. Do you see who he took to the finals? Do you know who the other good guard was on the team?
Yeah, but
Eric Snow.
Dwight Howard.
Eric Snow.
Dwight Howard took a shit team.
Dwight
to the
Howard
finals.
had a better team. Dwight Howard had a way better team than Allen Iverson.
I
will take. I would rather have a good Rashard Lewis, a good Jameer Nelson, and a prime Michael Petras. Not that his prime was that crazy, but I would take that core over Dikembe and Eric Snow.
You know who I'd rather have than Allen Iverson on my all-time team? Clyde Drexler.
He had Dikembe Mutombo on that team.
Clyde Drexler. You put Allen Iverson.
Kukoc.
Like, if you want to look at, like, let's look at it.
You
like,
put
let's talk about
Allen Iverson above Clyde Drexler.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, he has more All-Stars.
I'm definitely more in the middle on this. I know David's like a huge Allen Iverson guy, and Harry, you seem to be. I'm definitely in the middle. I think Iverson is probably around 5 for me for shooting guards.
I think he's 6. 5. I think he's 6.
No, he's not. There's nothing. Look at Clyde Drexler's accolades. The only advantage he has is a championship, and it was on the coattails of Hakeem. He's got 1 championship because he played with Hakeem and Scottie Pippen. And he's got less All-NBAs. He has less All-Stars. He has less defensive first teams. Or not first teams, just defensive teams.
You know,
AI also has an MVP and a Rookie of the Year. And he's a scoring leader. And he was a steals champion.
You know what else he has?
They're both on the 75th anniversary team. And Allen Iverson got a team to the finals all by himself. That was significantly worse than the one Clyde Drexler had. And Clyde Drexler's got that goofy ass dunk. Let's talk about that. That's terrible.
He was one of the best. He was one of the best finishers of all time.
Clyde Drexler down the lane. What is that? Let's talk about it. That's so bad. Come on, you dude. Oh my god. You mean to tell me there's a guy standing right here? Oh, he fell. Oh, he fell again. No, you want to watch this? Come on, what are we talking about? Come on.
All right. Honestly, honestly, Harry, I was with you to start. David's swinging me a bit. I do think Allen Iverson is slightly overrated, but I do think he is. I'm not demeaning anything he did. I just think where everyone holds him is higher than I feel like
way too high. It's way too high for what he is.
Way too high, but I think he's definitely high.
All right, so let me ask a little question.
He's definitely high.
Do you think when you talk about Magic Johnson and Steph Curry, that Steph Curry is noticeably over Magic Johnson?
I wouldn't say noticeably, but I would consider.
I would consider.
I think one of the main reasons why he gets put over is because he has the same effect that an Allen Iverson had, not just on the game, but on the culture and on the younger generation.
Whoa, Magic Johnson changed the game forever. If you started bleeding,
you can't be a 6'9" point guard. You can't be a 6'9" point guard.
Hold on. No,
I'm 5'10". I can go do what Allen Iverson did. I can do what Curry did. No, but you're not hearing me. This is a very clear point.
You're missing my point. Magic Johnson changed the game forever. Anytime anyone bleeds on the court, they have to go get a new jersey because of Magic Johnson.
Dude,
the whole AIDS game changed.
I knew where that was going the whole time. The whole time he was trying to say something.
I had a perfectly good, reasonable point that Cross was just like, "Nope, we're going to talk about AIDS." Come on,
he changed the game.
I think Allen Iverson.
All because he couldn't change his rubbers.
I think the realization.
I'm
the one who's supposed to be goofing around too much. I think the reason why Allen Iverson is so highly rated by the NBA community is because of what he did off the court. I think who he was as a person, how he spoke, the way he went about you're
talking about
how he addressed. Yes. And that is infamously one of the best interviews of all time. Not sports, of all time.
Have you guys watched that interview? Yeah. Not even arguing. They're just have you watched it? Do you understand what that's about? Because people get that misconstrued that he's like, oh, I don't need to go to practice. That's not what he was saying.
No, yeah, I fully understand.
All right, cool. Making sure we're on the same page.
But I got you. Continue. Word for word, in the aspect of who Allen Iverson was, he was a breathtaking human being who he was.
Polarizing.
Yes. He shocked eyes and minds and hearts everywhere across the nation. And his basketball game on the court attributed to that. But if we're looking at him just on the court, there are several other players I'd put above him that have dominated and made more of an impact on an NBA court than he ever has.
Yeah.
See, I'm not disagreeing with that. I'm just saying I don't think he's anywhere near the most overrated of all time.
So I think he's overrated because people look at him as an aspect of who he was, not how he played.
Well, I mean, in his prime, he's one of the best guys in the league, and
in
it's
his
like not
in his prime,
right?
In his prime, he's top 3 in the league.
Like he's doing what Isaiah Thomas did times 10.
Yes.
Like Isaiah Thomas had 1 year like that. That was Allen Iverson for the span of what? Let's look. 1, 2,
like 5
3,
seasons
4,
straight.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 years in a row. Over that 12-year span, he averaged 27, 28, 31, 31, 28, 26, 31, 33, 26, 31, 25, 26.
All right. Well,
you also have to take in the fact of how many games he actually played throughout those years.
Okay,
which
76,
don't get me wrong.
80,
don't get me wrong.
48.
Not like 9 of those seasons he played damn near an entire season.
He played over 60 games every year except his 3rd year in the league. He only played 48 games. But he put oh no, that was the lockout year, I think. No, maybe he was hurt.
He also averaged 41 minutes across his entire career. 41 minutes per game.
Which is insane.
Absolutely nuts to have a person on the court for that long. But that gives him more time to do amazing things.
Okay, but you can also make make the argument though that it's like he's on the court longer, so he has more opportunity to do those things, but he's also now doing them while he's exhausted. You know what I mean? Like it's kind of a double-edged argument. Because if LeBron plays the whole finals game and has 40, 10, and 10, it's like, oh, he played 48 minutes. Of course he should do that. He also played the whole game. It's an NBA game. There's no conditioning for an NBA game besides playing in an NBA game.
Yes.
All right. Well,
Cross, you've been trying to talk.
I think that was a nice mediated debate.
It went exactly how I thought it would go, actually.
So I hope everyone stuck around for that.
I can't believe you brought up Clyde Drexler. I was like,
dude, Clyde is a freak of a shooter.
So I hope everyone stuck around for that because that was definitely the most entertaining part of that episode. And I hope people stuck around for that one.
We got a clip though. This is so fun.
So we definitely have to clip you doing the Clyde dunk. 100%. 100%.
Oh my god.
All right. Well, anyway.
Why Clyde Drexler's overrated?
Or does a praying mantis when he puts it in the rim.
All right. So that's all we got for you guys. Thank you for sticking around for part 2. This episode is brought to you by Celsius. You know, maybe we'll do a part 3 in the future. This was fun. We'll definitely come up with some more of these for us to
some more HotBeat takes.
Some more HotBeat takes. Definitely.
Fuck you.
All right, comment if you want more of these. Comment if you want to see more David on these episodes.
Yeah, and comment if you want me to try football because I can try.
Yeah,
I'll give it a
shot.
If you want to hear
David to talk football.
All right. Well, thanks everyone for listening. Check us out on Instagram at @offbeat_sports, TikTok at offbeat sports. David and Harry killing it on there.
Check out the pod.
And make sure you like this video and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We're on the road to 300 subscribers, so it would help us out. And we'll see you next time on Offbeat Sports. Thanks, guys.
Deuces.
Call them all Texans.